What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cashmere Matter. Let me get my camera set up real quick. I'm getting everything all set up and get it in motion. You feel me? This video, I'm gonna try to keep it clean as I could be, clean as possible. I be having these camera ankle problems all the time, but I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. Don't worry, don't worry. Let's fix it. Wait, did we fixed it? We fixed it. I think we fixed it. Yeah. All right. Cool. Bet. This video, it's a little on the chill side. We talking about my boy Nipsey Hussle. If you don't know who I am, I'm your host with the most. I'm your boy Cashmere Matt from a Hopes and Sons production. And Hopes and Sons is my kids. We started this channel 2 years ago now, and we've been trying to keep it on the road and keep going up. That's all you could do, man. That's all you could possibly do. No matter how many times we get knocked back down, we can still keep climbing up. And that's just what it's about. So I wrote me a little thingy thing. I always do that. I say that if y'all been rocking with me forever, y'all know that I be writing these. I be writing my scripts. Because I can't remember everything, so I write it down so I can take it, give it to you. This is about Nipsey Hussle involvement that people say from the CIA. I don't think he from the CIA, bro. That's a little out there. You know what I'm saying? That's a little out there. That's like some crazy conspiracy theory crap. So we gon' I ain't gonna play no music, like no music in the background. I ain't doing no clips. I ain't doing nothing like that. Just how everybody been doing. It's getting kind of hot outside. Today's been a little muggy, you know, and a lot of these things that's be happening around the world today, especially with these hood politics. I try to like not really get into dive deep into. I'm just a news cat. It's the same way you turn on 2020 or whatever, Entertainment Tonight or whatever you turn on, whatever your local news station be. I'm the same person. I'm the same thing. I'm just giving it to you hood value. I'm giving it to you raw and uncut, so you don't gotta go back and look for nothing else. Anyway, this is the weekend. No less, no stress. You feel me? None of that. We just gonna start off right now. Let's get it. So, is there a connection between Nipsey Hussle and the CIA and the Crips? Can I piece together this mystery? Nipsey Hussle, a name that resonates deeply within the hip hop community, not for just his profound impact on music, but for all the layers of controversies and intrigue that surround his life and legacy. Right, as a influential rapper from South Central LA, Nipsey Hussle's story is one of triumph, tragedy, and unyielding pursuit of this truth. This video aims to peel back the layers, exploring the rumors, the facts, and an undeniable influence of Nipsey Hussle. Born Ermias Exodom, Nipsey Hussle grew up in the harsh realities of South Central Los Angeles, a neighborhood plagued by gang violence and social economic challenges. His rise to fame also a beacon of hope for community, often overlooked and overshadowed by the city's glamour. The Crips, a gang that has been a significant part of LA narrative, especially in the 80s and the 90s, played a pivotal role in Nipsey's early life and career. Let's stop there. So, when we talking about Nipsey Hussle, we got to understand where he comes from, right? You know, his dad was born in, over like a different place. He came to California. He came to LA, so it makes him an LA native. But his roots ties deep. It goes deep into that. I will peel back more layers of his roots and heritage in another video. But this video, we're gonna just talk about. We go kill some of these conspiracies in one video. Understand that Nipsey Hussle's life requires a deep dive into the social political landscape of LA, particularly the dynamics between gangs, the community, and the law enforcement. The Crips, one of the most notorious gangs of the United States, had a profound influence on the city's streets. Nipsey Hussle's interaction with the Crips, whether through his music, his community work, or his personal life, made him the subject of much discussion. To tackle the rumors and the reality surrounding Nipsey Hussle's connection to the CIA and the Crips, we need to break down the discussion into key segments. First, there's his activism. A closer look into his community ties, his work, his music address social issues. Then his business ventures. Examine how his entrepreneurship spirit played a role in his legacy. Lastly, the rumors about his connection to the intelligence agency, dissecting the claims and evaluating the evidence. So let's break it down. Nipsey ain't no snitch. Let's just throw it out there. Nipsey was too loyal to his own set. His set is the Rolling 60s. If you're not aware of who the Rolling 60s is, then we could break down the history of the Rolling 60s when we come down to Tookie Williams, and you got, it goes all the way back. Go all the way back. I ain't gonna break down and dissect gangs because my channel, I don't want to glorify gangs, but that's just how things be sometimes, especially when you come from the road you come from. Like, you know, it's your product of your environment. So whatever environment that you tend to be involved in, that's probably where you're gonna grow up being something totally different that you don't want to be. But it's just the way it be, bro. Nipsey Hussle is an activist. He's an activism gang banger, but he tried to change his ways. He was more than just than the front. It was a core part of his life, bro. Get that right there, cool. It was a core part of his life, bro. And through his music and his community initiatives, he addressed police brutality, gang violence, and the social economic disparities faced by African Americans. His work wasn't just about spreading messages of hope, but it also empowered you through his community to seek change, especially when he opened up the Marathon store and he tried to do so you couldn't go to that store and pay with money. You had to have your ish together. You feel me? It was like more of a kind of like he was trying to like interpret like Bitcoin and try to teach you about that type of life because it was different. It's different. That's the world we living in where everything is cardless. You don't. I mean, moneyless. You don't need money. You need a card. Just card, man. It's just the way of life nowadays, man. His business venture from the Marathon clothing store to his record label were instrumental in providing opportunity for local artists and entrepreneurs. Nipsey Hussle saw the value in investing in his community, creating a model for sustainable growth and development. The rumors about Nipsey Hussle's connection to the CIA are intriguing as they are controversial. Some claim he was an informant, a notion that has been vehemently denied by those close to him. Evaluating these claims requires a deep dive into his interaction with law enforcement and the intelligence agencies. Because at the end of the day, before Nipsey passed away, he was supposed to meet with he was meeting with the police, you know what I'm saying? But he was bringing it together. He wasn't trying to meet with the police to be a rat. He was meeting with the police to bring the Crips and the Bloods together, to unify together so we can stop the killings, so we can bring us all together and have change. Because a lot of people don't want that. They want you to fight. They want you to kill each other because if they get rid of you, they don't have to deal with you. And that's just how it goes, man. Several interviews and news articles have surfaced over the years about the complex relationship between Nipsey Hussle and the power structure. Social media has played a significant role in fueling these conspiracy theories, with many fans and skeptics weighing in on the possibility of his involvement with cops or the CIA. Despite the rumors, Nipsey Hussle's impact on the community is undeniable. His music continues to inspire a new generation, and his legacy as a businessman and an activist remains influential. Skeptics question the valid points of the CIA claims, pointing out the lack of concrete evidence and the potential for speculation to overshadow the fact. The complexities of Nipsey Hussle's relationship with the Crips also warrant scrutiny, given the gang's influence on his life and music. Nipsey died a Crip. He always gonna be a Crip. Understanding Nipsey's legacy requires acknowledging both the realities of his life, the controversy that surrounded his story serves a micronism of broader issues faced in the urban America, from gang violence to social economic inequality. In conclusion, Nipsey's shocking connection to the CIA and the Crips presents a multifaceted narrative that challenged the understanding of his life and his legacy. The significance of exploring all these situations, you can put it in the broader aspect that what really lies with it is us killing each other. We can make a change and don't be sitting here pointing their fingers and laughing if we wouldn't kill each other every day. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to more content like this, for another related video, you should check out other videos of mine that we make on this channel. So in conclusion, let's bust it down what I was talking about. First of all, Nipsey ain't a rat. He's not a snitch. Second of all, he was a father. He was a brother. He was somebody's all. He was probably gonna be somebody's husband, which was Lauren London's. Now, I'm not gonna talk about all his little activities that he do. Everybody make mistakes, bro. Everybody make mistakes. To be a man, and not even in America, but just to be a man, stand on your own 10 toes, you have to fall. And once you fall, it ain't about how hard you fall, it's about how you got back up. Feel me? It ain't about how hard you fell down. It's about how you got back up and how you know, come through and jump through the hurdles to overcome your adversity. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. So let's talk about the Crips. So the Crips, the rolling the 60s, you got 60s, the 20s, the 30s, you got all these gangs. It ain't just LA though. It's gangs all over the place, because where I'm from, we got Crips here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Either you active, you unactive, but in the day, it's nothing you could do about who you are, because that always gonna come back on you eventually down the road. Especially when you're being successful, you got crabs in the bucket. So the crabs in the bucket, everybody all cool with it when you provide and you helping them out. But the moment that you want something different for yourself and you want to try to bring change to the community because you're tired of seeing it dirty and muddy and people getting hurt all the time, then that's when they want to take you out of the game. You align yourself with other people that don't have your best interests at heart, and that's just what happens at the end of the day. I don't think he was a snitch. I think the person, when that whole narrative started, you snitch. It's just the same thing, like when they say Eric Holder, they said that he said that to Eric Holder, but when you listen to the court, when Cowboy was in court, he never said that. He said cuz they call him a snitch, So it's like, dang, man. What was it? It had to be a deeper meaning behind everything. But you will never know the deeper meaning because of street politics, And if you ain't from the streets and you ain't from over there, you really don't have no business speaking about what happened over there. I don't speak about what happened over. I just try to bring more light and shed more information for somebody that don't have no knowledge of who Nipsey Hussle is, because they wasn't born then, or maybe they was born and they was out, and they was like, I don't know, a certain type of age frame, 15, 16 years old, and he died. And they're like, dang, who is Nipsey? I try to paint Nipsey in a bright light, like the person who he was, not the person who he not no wait, let me take this back. The person he became, not the person who he was. The person that he became and he tried to change and make a difference. That's who I try to shine the light on. I don't try to shine a light on rolling 60 gang banger Nip. That's not who I'm trying to shine a light on. I'm trying to shine a light on the activist. I'm trying to shine a light on somebody who's promoting change and try to give you visibility to make people do better with themselves. Because, like, just because you're from the streets don't mean you got to act street. You don't have to act street. You could be from the street, but you don't have to act like you're straight, hood, what. You don't have to do that, bro. You don't got to do that. So let's bottle it all up in conclusion to say that I think Nipsey Hussle legacy, people need to put more respect on it, because that man did nothing but good for LA. So when you down there and you see his picture and you spray painting it and you like, running over there at the marathon shop trying to cause a problem with Big Sam, and you got people talking and turning their back on him, and that's not a real friend. Where is the friends at? Where is your loyalty at? Your loyalty shouldn't lie in the street. Your loyalty should lie with that man, which is Nipsey, because that man did a lot for you. And if he was here today, I'm pretty sure it would be way bigger than what it is. Nipsey ain't get a chance to live out of it. So people like me and other either content curators or people who doing documentaries or storytelling about Nipsey Hussle is bringing it more to life, and they making him build his legacy better. And that's kind of sad, because cuz is my age, and he just lost his life to some, with the powers that be, because it's politics. It ain't got nothing to do because that man Eric Holder feel disrespected. Because I don't think in my eyes, what everybody been saying, what I've been hearing about, I don't think Nipsey Hussle disrespected Eric Holder. I think Eric Holder was there for a reason. Nipsey seen it coming, and he knew it was coming. He knew it. So Please like and comment, subscribe to the video. Please share with your friends and puff pass it to the next person. Maybe you can get this knowledge to somebody else who don't really know who Nipsey Hussle is, you know. And shout out to Nipsey Hussle family. Shout out to Black Sam. Shout out to Learn London. Shout out to his kids. You know what I'm saying? I hope that one day that it'll be a Nipsey Hussle biopic, and I hope one day that they build a statue outside of the Clipper Stadium with Nipsey Hussle right there because he deserve it, bro. He deserve it. You should rename the street, you know, instead of Crenshaw, name it Nipsey Hussle, for real. Till the next time, y'all. Tuck.